Today is record store day. Yay! Happy record store day! Yeah. So normally every year I go to record store day, and for those of you who don't know what record store day is, it is celebration of independent recordings and records all around the world. And it's my favorite time of the year because it gives me the opportunity to support local business. But sometimes you want to go and you want to venture out for the adventure, and I love the adventure in trying to find records. And sometimes to me it's not so much about going to a record store, but about just going and finding records in general. So sometimes I like to go to thrift stores, and today I thought, since I've been feeling kind of cruddy, and so the idea of going to a record store right now is just not appealing to me. But I figure, you know what, if anything, if I don't go today, it's not the end of the world. I can always go tomorrow, the next day, or some other day, so yay! I just wanted to share, I wanted to tap into kind of how much of a music nerd I am, or how much I love music, and how it doesn't matter what it is, I love it. Masters of the Universe. Look how beautiful that artwork is. Like, they don't make stuff like this anymore, and I mean, granted, they make record covers, but they're not nearly as beautiful. I mean, look at the purples and the blues in there, and it's He-Man. Yeah, so this is one of my favorite finds, along with Conan the Barbarian, the Destroyer, and Beetlejuice. This is probably one of my other greatest favorite finds from going thrift store hunting is Beetlejuice. One of my favorite things about Beetlejuice is that it actually came with the original order form. Well, it came with like the original like insert, and I love this part, this graphic here, which I think is really, really cool. That it still has this insert inside of it. It's kind of what makes this Beetlejuice one of my favorites. And then I have a huge love for Batman, and I have this record, and there's another one inside that has a bunch of different Batman songs that I found the record at a thrift store, but I never found the cover, which was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I have Batman. And Star Wars. Oh, Star Wars is one of the ones I think has the poster. Like, look at how much drawing. It's an actual drawing. It's not by any means an image, a picture. It's completely painted. It's probably one of my favorite finds, and I'm going thrift store hunting, is these little cool things that I don't think you would necessarily find at a thrift store. And it's from 1977, original record, and to me that is like the coolest part about going and finding them at thrift stores. I'm not saying not to support your local record store. Record stores do a good job of obtaining the stuff too. I just like the hunt. Favorite album of mine is Journey, Escape. I love the artwork because it's so futuristic and spacey-ish. But not only that, it has Don't Stop Believing on it, and it's a beautiful album. And what I love is they've actually incorporated with their thing on the actual labels that breaking up of that world, or that round cylindrical object. It's exploding here, and I love that about this record, is just how much detail went actually into it. Sadly, it's kind of ripped. Okay, and then last but not least, these two records are two records that I never really had any intentions of wanting to own them, Granted, Queen is a definite. Queen is one of those albums. Queen is just one of those groups where you need to own them, and I had always wanted this album, but it wasn't until I saw the Family Guy episode. Brian was basically scaring the crap out of Stewie by posting images of the Queen album all over the place, and Stewie was like absolutely petrified of this robot, and I was like, I need to have this album. Sure enough, the day of my birthday last year, I went to the record store, and as I was flipping through the records and thinking, oh, I'm not gonna find anything, I only saw this much of it, and I was like, oh hell to the no, I know exactly what that is. And sure enough, it was the Queen album, News of the World, and oops, and this is the outside cover, which is absolutely beautiful and so awesome if you can see this. And then what I love most, which I thought, oh, this cover is so awesome. No, this cover is like nothing. This cover is beautiful and all, but it isn't until you get to the other side where you're like, wham! And the robot's all like, I'm looking in and I'm gonna grab you guys, and then you see all the people screaming for their lives. Like, that is art, people. I mean, wow, look at that. It is one of my favorite albums just for the artwork alone, and I thought, I need to own this. And I'm so glad that I actually bought it, because I was just buying it because I saw it in the Family Guy episode, and it becomes one of those, I need to have this. I have this one, and not only that, I have another Family Guy reference. Not just the Queen album, which is a recent one. I have Surfin' Bird by the Trashmen. Yeah, this is a record that I had to own after I heard the Bird is the Word song, and most people are like, well, why did you buy this? Because once you've heard the Bird is the Word song and then you find out that it's on an actual record album, you're like, I need to own this. And that's what this became. This became my first mention. I need to own something that was mentioned in a TV show. And then the second one would be Queen, the News of the World album. So yeah, these are my thrift store record finds and my record store finds throughout the years of going out on record store day. And since I can't go out on record store day, I thought I would just share with you my favorite finds. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want, let me know down in the comments below, what did you get on record store day, if you actually know of record store day, or what are your favorite records that you found over time at thrift stores or at a yard sale? Let me know in the comments below. VEDA.